The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, welcome to this mid-market outlook, and myself Vinay Rajani. I'm going to take you through how market looks for the next coming sessions, and we will take you through the technical developments, derivative data wise, and how intermarket analysis is giving indication for the market in coming days. So let us directly jump to the our analysis on Nifty. Yeah. So basically Nifty, this is a Nifty daily chart, and as we can see over here, there is a cluster of resistance which is placed in the zone of 19,500 to 19,450 zone. So right now Nifty is hovering around its 50 days exponential moving average. 50 days exponential moving average is placed at 19,446, and this downward sloping trend line it gives the resistance in the area of 19,450. So 450 to 500. So derivatives wise also, if you were to go by the data, we have seen a good amount of call writing happening at 19,500 strike prices. So as per the derivatives, 90,500 is a strong resistance, and as per the Nifty technicals, 19,450 is a crucial resistance zone. So we can say that after rising 650 odd points from the recent low was formed at 18,837. That was on 26th October, and from that level we have seen a nice pullback which is more than 650 points. And now after rising this much and after giving this nice movement, Nifty has reached to the resistance zone. So we have to review that, we have to see that, observe that whether this resistance is getting respected or not, because according to us 19,450 to 19,500 is a crucial resistance zone where we can see some profit booking coming in. Now, as far as support for the Nifty is concerned, support is placed at yesterday's low. So as we saw in yesterday's session, Nifty recovered sharply from the lower levels. So yesterday we saw 100 points rise from the low of the session. So yesterday's low was placed at 90,330. So this is the level we should watch out for as a stop loss in trading long position. So unless we see this level breaking on the downside, we should continue to hold on to the long position. So as per us, though Nifty has reached to the crucial resistance zone, but existing trend is up and there is no indication as of now of trend reversal. So it is better to keep and hold the long position with a stop loss of 19,330. I'm talking about the Nifty spot level. So yeah, this yesterday's low is a crucial support for the Nifty, and it might happen that if not reversal, but Nifty can consolidate in the range. So after a nice pullback, Nifty could consolidate in the range of, let's say, 19,300 to 19,600 zone. So overall nice pullback is there, but we can observe and we can expect some profit booking or consolidation in the coming days, especially for the Nifty. And if in any case if we see close above 19,500, then in that case we can expect a new all-time high also. So this is the level 19,500 we are closely looking at. If 19,500 is taken out decisively and Nifty closes above 19,500, then we can expect a new high to be taken out. Previous all-time high was at 20,200. So above 19,500 close, we can expect that new high to be registered in the Nifty. Now let us move to the Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty is relatively weak on the charts as compared to the Nifty. So in if you were to go by the major patterns, major pattern is lower top, lower bottoms. But along with the Nifty, we have seen a nice pullback from the lower level. On 26th October, Bank Nifty made a low of 42,100, and from that level, Bank Nifty has risen by 1,500 points from the low. Now, as we can see over here, this is a upward sloping trend line which adjoins the multiple swing lows on the daily chart. This gives the strong resistance in the zone of 43,900 to 44,000. So from here, we could see rally towards 44,000, which is 300 to 400 points away from this level. So this pullback can continue up to that level. There is a strong resistance, 50 days exponential for exponential average for Bank Nifty is placed around 44,000 odd level. So there are multiple cluster of resistances which is giving resistance in the Bank Nifty in the zone of 43,900 to 44,000. So however, the recent pullback has been good, has been nice, and existing trend is bullish only in the on the shorter term time frame. And as we suggested a stop loss of yesterday's low in Nifty, in Bank Nifty's yesterday's low was 43,300 odd level. So keeping that stop loss in mind, one can continue to hold on to the long positions in the bank Nifty. And as I suggested, 44,000, 43,900 is a resistance zone from where we can see profit booking coming in the index like bank Nifty. So now let us move to the Nifty Small Cap Index. Now this is what is doing exceptionally well. Now Nifty Small Cap Index, which is placed at 13,300 odd level. Now in this week, we have seen that Nifty Small Cap Index has registered a new fresh all-time high. So this is a very good sign. It has surpassed the previous top resistance, which was made in early October, and previous in September also we saw from around 13,000 odd level there was a significant sell-off. But Nifty has managed to recover nicely from the lower level after correction, and now it is continuously making new highs every day. So for last 3 sessions, Nifty Small Cap Index has been making fresh all-time high. So overall breadth of the market is positive. Nifty Small Caps and Mid Caps are taking lead right now, and participation is good. That means broader market is performing very well. However, Nifty Bank Nifty charts are not that convincing. But if you were to go by the small cap, mid caps, and overall participations in the broader market, that gives us the confidence that there is a high probability in the coming days Nifty could surpass the resistance of 19,500, and in a way Bank Nifty could surpass the resistance of 44,000. So this is the area which is this is the underlying which is actually outperforming the right now. And we have seen that some global cues have started turning bullish, and that is giving the support to the Indian market as well. So we have been outperforming in last 2 months, and now we are getting positive cues from the global markets, and there are many factors which are supporting. So right now the overall breadth of the market is positive, and we can expect the continuation of an uptrend, especially in the mid cap and small cap segment. Now let us move to some intermarket analysis, which gives us the confidence that there is a probability of breakout on the on the upside rather than on the downside. So what we see is like here, 1 minute. So let me, we have actually analyzed the data for the elections. So this is the data for the Lok Sabha elections, and let me explain you in the detail. Now this is the history of Lok Sabha election starting from 1991, and the last Lok Sabha election was there in 2019. So for the last 5 consecutive Lok Sabha election, if you were to go by the last 5 consecutive Lok Sabha election, 6 months before the announcement of the election result, Nifty has rallied between 10 to 32% positively going into the day of election result announcement. So if you were to see this the election results are due, and is going to come in the May, June, and 6 months are there. So starting from November 2023, which is the current month, if you were to count, then 6 months are left in the result announcement of the Lok Sabha election. So if you were to go by this data, every time in last 5 election, we have seen that one time that was a return of 10% positive, and in 1999 also we saw that index gave a return of 36% before if we had bought Nifty 6 months before the result date. So this period is starting from the November 2023. So historical seasonality chart indicates that there has been a 100% success ratio. If we buy Nifty in the month of November, and in the next year after 6 months if we get a result, then this till that in this period, 6-month period, we are getting positive return, and this return varies in the is placed between 10% to 32%. So average return is positive, success ratio is almost 100%. And if we go by the all 8 Lok Sabha election, then also only one time the return was minus, which was minuscule, -2%. But rest of the cases we can see all the election in this 6-month period we have got the positive returns. So this we mean to say here is that if we buy Nifty 6 months before the election results, then there is 100% and the good probability, higher probability that that markets will give a positive returns. Now let us go by some other analysis. This is nothing but the history of the war in the geopolitical issues which happened in the history and how Nifty reacted after that. That we have done the analysis. So this is the Gulf War which happened in the August 1990. At that time Nifty fell by 28%. And after that, if you were to see the next 1 year return, Nifty actually went up by 120% from lower level. So no doubt at that time we saw a knee-jerk reaction of 28% fall in Nifty, but immediately after 1 year it gave a return of 118%. In Afghanistan war, which happened in October 2001, Nifty went down by 22%, and immediately after in the next 1 year, Nifty went up by 25%. In Iraq war, March 2003, Nifty went down by 14%, and immediately after in the next 1 year, it gave a return of 92%. Crimean crisis also same happened, 3% fall in Nifty at that time and 45% return in the next 1 year. Russia-Ukraine war, which recently happened in June 2022, the war was almost over. So in the period of February 2022 to June 2022, Nifty fell by 9%. There were geopolitical issues at that time also, which happened recently. And after that, we saw Nifty rose by 21%. So as we all know that recently we have seen geopolitical issues coming in from the Israel-Hamas, which has happened recently in the October 2023. Nifty has seen and witnessed a fall of 4%. So immediately we can expect a recovery. Looking at this data, as and when we saw this kind of crisis and this kind of geopolitical tensions in the way of war in different countries, every time investors have found that particular thing as an opportunity for the investment, and every time in the next 1 year we have got a positive return as far as Nifty is concerned. So this can be an opportunity. Going by this data, we can say that the recent war news were there, and actually Nifty went down by 4%, and this could be the opportunity for the investors to invest a good stocks at the lower level so that they can get the positive return in the next 1 year. So these are the data which gives us the confidence that overall the chances of going up and market to do well in next 3 to 6 months is high, and that is why we are optimistic about the market, Indian market going forward. Now this is another data I want to share over here. This is nothing but the Nasdaq return, and this is the seasonality chart which gives the month-wise return, and this is a history of last 29 years. So if you were to see Nasdaq index in this 29 years, November has been the best month. So November has given the average return of 2.26% over here. We can see that. So this is the best month if we compare with the other months. So September and February has been the negative months, but November has been the best month as far as seasonality chart concerned for the Nasdaq Composite Index. So Nasdaq Composite Index actually comprises of more than 2,500 companies in the US market. Most of them are the technology companies, and this shows us that there is a higher probability that November will be a positive month for the Nasdaq Composite Index. And December also, as we all know, Santa rally used to come. So December has also been positive, not the best, but December has also been the positive for the Nasdaq. So these 2 months, November and December, can be a good months for the US market, especially in the Nasdaq Composite, and that is going to support the Indian market sentiment also in the coming times. So this is another data which is giving confidence to us that we should not panic at this point of time, and every dip is a buying opportunity in the Indian markets. And this is another indicator which has recently developed. Now this is a 10-year US bond yield, and 10-year US bond yield suggests a fall from the recent high of 5. Bond yield has reached to the 4.57 level. That is a good sign. If bond yields are falling, that's a good sign. Overall equity market sentiment can improve. And now this is the Brent crude chart. Brent crude, after Israel Hamas news, we saw that it went up to the level of 97. This Brent crude level was the 97, and now it has reached to the 3-month low, which is around 81. So from the level of 97, crude has come down to 81, which is the 3-month low. So if crude is going down, then it is a good sign for us, because we are net importer of the crude and we are highly dependent on the countries like Russia as well as the Gulf countries for the importing the crude. So this falling crude is a good sign for the country like India, and which is going to support the Indian market, equity market sentiments. So this is what I wanted to share. Overall, I would like to conclude here as far as short-term market trend is concerned. Here, our view is that one should continue to hold on to the long positions in Nifty with a stop loss of 19,300 in Nifty, as well as in Bank Nifty. We see a strong resistance in the zone of 43,000, 4,400, 44,000. And if we see Bank Nifty crossing 44,000, then we can expect a sharp short covering. As of now, FIIs are net short. They are 80% of the index future positions by the FIIs are on the short side. So still we can expect some short covering coming in the Nifty and Bank Nifty coming from here. So overall, the scenario is still positive. There is nothing to worry about it, and we can continue to hold on to the long positions with the stop losses which I have mentioned during the webinar. Now, Omkar, over to you. If somebody wants to ask any questions, we are here to help you out. So one by one, everybody can ask questions. We will take 5 minutes, and in next 5 minutes, we'll go through all the questions which are there. Omkar, over to you. If you can find some questions, we can.
So, dear customer, we have opened up for the question and answer. So, if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat box as well as in the question box. So, Mr. Vinay will answer with that.
If anybody is having any question, they can ask, and we'll get back to you on that. Meanwhile, talking about the sectors, actually, Nifty oil and gas sector has done exceptionally well in the recent days. So if you were to see oil and gas sector, because of the rise in the oil marketing companies, and one of the oil marketing company was a part of our Diwali pick, IOC, which has already achieved the target before Diwali. So this oil marketing companies and some of the PSU companies have done exceptionally well in last 6-7 session, and Nifty oil and gas sector is looking stronger right now, and it can further extend the rise. And the another sector which is looking strong is the Nifty Pharma. So pharma sector, as today also it outperformed. There could be some running correction in coming days, but overall pharma sector is looking strong on the charts. So if somebody wants to find some opportunities in the short-term trading, one can look at the sectors like oil and gas and especially in the oil marketing companies, PSU companies, and the pharma indices. So these are the indices which we like technically and can give good opportunities in the trading side. So these 2-3 sectors we like, and this can give a good returns in the short-term trading.
Vinay, Mr. Sarthak Singh, I have one question here. Are there any chances of bubble burst, something like 2008? So he's asking there is like any of bubble burst like 2008 scenario.
Yeah, so basically, we don't feel that kind of scenario is going to come in. Recently, 2020, we have seen a burst of because of the pandemic. We saw index falling by 40% in year 2020. And going by the data, if we were to go by the data, recent GST collection and recent all economic data, the India as a country is doing very well. There were some tensions, and there are still some tensions from the US markets and Europe market, because bond yield are still at the elevated levels, and inflation is still a concern there. But if we go by the recent data in the Indian markets, then our CPI has been into control, and overall real policy rate is also control. So we are not that much stretched. And if you were to see the Nifty valuations, price earning ratio, if you were to see, then in compared to the last 3 years average price earning ratio of Nifty is at the mean level, average level. So we are not overstretched. And even if you go by the small cap and mid cap indices, they have gone up above the average, but still they are not overbought, we can say. So India as a country can outperform the other economies, and that's what we believe. And we don't feel that kind of scenario will emerge. I already shared the data and analysis that we have done 6 months before the election, and what has happened in the after the war we saw. So recently we have seen a concern up from the Israel Hamas, and so in the history we saw that whenever this kind of uh, uh, scenario emerged after in next 1 year Nifty used to give positive returns. So looking at that, after results, election results, we have to review the situation. But as of now, looking at the data, looking at the technicals, looking at the derivatives, we don't feel that kind of situation will arise in immediately in next 3-4 months. Yeah, Omkar, is there any other question?
So this continuation is the same question from Mr. Sarthak. So if recession hits the US, how much Indian market could get affected by the same?
So as they say, when US market sneezes, world catches the cold. So we can't rule out the possibility. We will be impacted. There is no doubt about it. And we have been getting negative cues, and we have been relatively not doing great, not doing best of the moment. So as of now, definitely it can hurt the sentiment, but we have to review it because the things are improving. And as I suggested, going by the seasonality charts, that November and December has been the positive month for the US market, and US market has also seen good correction, and after that it has started recovering. So there could be a positive cues from the US market as far as next 2 months are concerned. And if if stable situation is there in the US market in next 1-2 months, then definitely the market like India can really outperform. And overall data wise and economy wise, we have improved much, and relatively we are placed better than them. So that's why no doubt we can get impact of it, but as of now we don't see any high probability of happening that. So as far as global markets are concerned, I think things are improving, and falling crude and falling bond yields are good signs for the Indian markets. So basically, we are not of the opinion that market will see a panic selling in the immediate future.
So Vinay, we don't have any question right now. So dear customer, if you have any questions, again we are repeating the same. If you have any question, you can just ask in the chat box.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes. At 4:30 we will conclude, so we can go for the questions and wait for the questions in next for 2 minutes.
Okay, Vinay.
So Omkar, we are not getting any questions, so better we should conclude. And
Yes, yes.
on a yeah, so friends, my advice would be that we are into an uptrend in the markets, and stock specific actions are going on. Immediately we can expect some consolidation in the benchmark indices, but stock specific bullishness is there, and small cap mid caps are still doing well. We will be completing our result season by 14th of November. So stock specific news are coming out, quarterly results are coming out, and that is why where we can see some big movements because of the result announcements. So there could be a zigzag movement, there could be a surprise on the positive side, on the negative side also. So please take care that while trading you select the stocks which has already announced the result. Otherwise it will be very surprising move on the either side. So in next 3-4 session we have to take care in that, especially because the result season is going on, and by 14th of November we will be completing the result season. And I would like to wish all of you a happy Dhanteras and happy Diwali, and all the best for the coming days, and in the happy Diwali to all of you. Thank you everyone to join.